the dragon's balls were blazing as I stepped into his cave.
I don't remember it being this obscene.
You disobeyed my orders, son, why were you ever born? In the city of fallen angels, where the ocean meets the sand.
Today I'm going to go through some Tenacious D, Kickapoo from Pick of Destiny. And there are 3 different singers on this song: Dio, Jack Black, and Loaf. So this is a song that I don't really know too well. I mean, I've watched Pick of Destiny maybe once or twice. And, you know, I really want to just go through all the parts because it's quite epic, as we know. You know what I mean? It's rock and roll. If you have never watched The Pick of Destiny, you should, because it's one of those comfort movies. And if you never heard this song, then I put the original video right below in the description for you to watch it without interruptions, because I want to try some of the vocals that I'm hearing and kind of explain what I think is going on in the voice. So here we go.
A long-ass fucking time ago in a town called Kickapoo, there lived a humble family, religious through and through. But yea, there was a black sheep, and he knew just what to do. His name was young JP, and he refused to step in line. A vision
There he
he did
is.
see it fucking rocking all the time. He wrote a tasty jam, and all the planets did align.
Okay. There is Loaf was the father. I didn't even realize that. I really like Jack Black singing. I always have, because he knows how to use the different parts of his voice really well. So we'll go back to here, you know.
A long-ass fucking time ago in a town called Kickapoo.
That's a really nice falsetto, and it sets the tone. It's like, you know, setting the tone for the whole song. You know, long. It's almost like pure head voice, kind of like a Mickey Mouse, but you have your voice in it too. So it's like this light mix, you know, really light mix, like long ass fucking time ago in a town called Kickapoo.
A long-ass fucking time ago in a town called Kickapoo.
A long ass fucking time ago in a town called Kickapoo. Kickapoo. Even it should be even lighter than that. Long ass fucking time ago in a town called Kickapoo. Kind of like that, but, you know, just a little bit more on pitch and good. You get the point, though. That's kind of the sensation. But then he continues.
There lived a humble family, religious through and through.
Now we're getting a little bit more leaning in. There lived a humble family, religious through and through. Now we're getting a little more like that closure there.
But yea, there was a black sheep, and he knew just what to do.
But hey, there was a black sheep, and he knew just what to do.
His name was young JP, and he refused to step in line.
Starting to really lean into that, you know. There's still that kind of falsetto, but there's more of a mix here. And that's the thing. Like we're starting to feel like a tension. He's performing. There's a performance aspect to this where it's ramping up.
A vision he did see it fucking rocking all the time.
A vision he did see it fucking rocking all the time.
He wrote a tasty jam, and all the planets did align.
Now it's full voice. He wrote a tasty jam and all the planets. Exaggerated, but him doing that right there is actually, it's like something that obviously he probably didn't even think of, but it's just staying in that place where, you know, he'll be able to go into falsetto a lot easier later on.
Oh, the dragon's balls were blazing as I stepped into his cave. Then I sliced his fucking cockles with a long and shiny blade. 'Twas I who fucked the dragon, fuck a licing, fuck a loon. And if you try to fuck with me, then I shall fuck you too. Gotta get it on in the party zone. I got to shoot a load in the party zone. Gotta lick a toad in the party zone.
What?
Gotta suck a shout in the party zone.
Why don't I remember? I don't remember it being this obscene. But I'm also not surprised because when Tenacious D came out with their first album, man, there's just so many good songs on that album. It's anything but PG. I always love the skits in between the songs too. Really, really good shit. Speaking from a perspective of what's happening in Jack Black's voice right here.
Fuck you too. Gotta get it on in the party zone.
Gotta get it down in the party zone.
I got to shoot a load in the party zone.
Got to shoot a load in the party zone. It's kind of like similar to what I've talked about in the past with Chris Cornell. Kind of like having this, just really being in your breath. And having this pressure, this back pressure, you're pushing down on your breath to stay in this spot. That is, it's really difficult. This is why it's something you really got to practice. To where you're just to clean it up. You're really in this spot. Oh, gotta better now in the party zone. But you got that little underneath it. So gotta batter down in the party zone. Gotta bust a load in the party zone. Like something like that. That's kind of like the idea. And it's a little subtle combination of textures here that's happening.
Gotta lick it down in the party zone. Gotta suck it shout in the party zone.
What the fuck? That's fucking...
You disobeyed my orders, son. Why were you ever born? Your brother's 10 times better than you. Jesus loves him more. This music that you play for us comes from the depths of hell. Rock and roll's the devil's work. He wants you to rebel. You become a mindless puppet. Beelzebub will pull the strings. Your heart will lose direction and chaos it will bring.
You see, this is Meatloaf is a whole other animal. It's like a completely different tone of voice. That's why I actually really like listening to this and watching this video, and hearing the song, because you're gonna see how different every singer is. But they share similarities. Meatloaf has always had he has like this rounder, deeper voice, deeper tone, I should say. But the technique is not that far off, as being that different. Jack Black tends to be lighter and more use of mixed voice and falsetto, and kind of combining it's very subtle, like it's and brighter, whereas you're hearing the texture here is a lot more. There's a lot more of like body to Meatloaf's voice.
You disobeyed my orders, son. Why were you ever born?
You disobey my order, son. Why were you ever born? Like I mean, that's like exaggerated, but I feel like it's a lot. Oh, space in the back, like almost like operatic, without not operatic, but that's kind of like the feeling I'm getting, like really to tap into like a lower, like kind of like a higher baritone tone,
Your brother's 10 times better than you. Jesus loves him more.
Your brother's 10 times better than you. Jesus loves him more. A very kind of theatrical. He's got that's the one thing they have in common.
That you play for us comes from the depths of hell. Rock and roll's the devil's work. He wants you to rebel. You become a mindless puppet. Beelzebub will pull the strings.
See, now that's a very Meatloaf belt right there. You become a man. You become It's almost like that's over exaggerated, but what is it, like Barney from The Simpsons? Or like Glenn Danzig almost a little bit. That little bubbling grunting sound he's kind of got over here.
You become a mindless puppet. Beelzebub will pull the strings.
See, that's a really, really cool collection of textures in the voice right there. You become a mindless puppet. Beelzebub will pull the strings. It's that higher note is his tone is fucking fantastic. Yeah, this is you're talking Meatloaf here. I mean, this guy at this point in his life and career, I mean, he's doing this forever. I mean, this is a veteran rock singer. So I always feel like, singers as they get older, we've seen some singers where their voices have kind of fallen off, but then there are some singers who their voices got stronger even though they dropped. Like, even if their voices dropped through the years, like Ozzy's a good example of that. I always loved Ozzy's lower voice more throughout the years. And even Dio, the music he was putting out in the early 2000s, I really enjoyed his voice. That more of like a kind of like a grunting, chestier sound where he went high, but he was like singing like a vocalist with years of experience, I don't know how to describe. I just love lower tones in voices a lot. I mean, especially in older years of a singer.
Your heart will lose direction and chaos it will bring.
And chaos it will bring. What I'm learning here is like I'd never really noticed that he had that kind of bubbly tone that's a little bit slightly different there.
You better shut your mouth. You better watch your tone. You got it for a week with no telephone. Don't let me hear you cry, don't let me hear you moan. You gotta praise the Lord when you're in my home.
Gotta praise the Lord when you're in my home. He's got a lot of soul. Got a lot of soul in the style of singing. His style of singing. There he is.
Dio, can you hear me? I am lost and so alone. I'm asking for your guidance. Won't you come down from your throne? I need a tight compadre who will teach me how to rock. My father thinks you're evil, but man, he can suck a cock. Rock is not the devil's work, it's magical and rad. I'll never rock as long as I am stuck here with my dad.
Again, very light with Jack Black singing. Just hearing that, like if I were to be starting to sing for the day and I wanted to warm my voice up, that's exactly how I would start to sing. And speaking of warming your voice up, before singing vocals like this, it's really important to warm your voice up. And I've created a free vocal warm-ups course, how to warm up to sing anything you want. If you want to explore the capabilities within your voice and learn to warm up with me for free, I put all of that information in the description below or the pinned comment. Let's keep going. Now we're going into the Dio part.
I hear you brave young jables, you are hungry for the rock. But to learn the ancient methods, secret doors you must unlock. Escape your father's clutches in this oppressive neighborhood. On a journey you must go to find the land of Hollywood.
Wow. Yeah, he just has one of the... I remember hearing a story about Dio. I think it was David Draymond. David Draymond of Disturbed. I think he said something to the effect that he asked Dio when he met him. I'm sure, just brushing shoulders, or maybe they played with him. And he asked him, Dio, what do you do for vocal warm-ups? And he said, man, I'll tell you, if you have to warm up, you don't got it. That's a heartbreaking thing to hear from one of your idols. But you know what, man? I have mixed thoughts about this, because for some people, he's absolutely correct. I know people, very good singers, very good vocalists, who they tell me they don't warm up, but at the same time they're very active vocalists. Like Dino Jalusic, I talked to him, he says he doesn't do a warm up, and he's a fantastic vocalist. And the thing is that this is a guy who is touring all the time. He's active, he's playing shows, he's on the road all the time, singing this one style of music. So it does make sense. It's like if your voice has got that much practice just through experience. I mean, yeah, you may not even need to. I mean, there are times where I didn't warm up. I had to go and play a gig somewhere. I didn't have time to warm up. People would be like, well, you have to make time. And I sang like a bird. I sang like a bird throughout the entire performance. I couldn't believe the resonance. Better than the times that I have warmed up. I don't know. Sometimes, some days, that's the thing about the voice.
I hear you brave young jables, you are hungry for the rock. But to learn the ancient methods, secret doors you must unlock.
But till then, I can hear a little bit of that head voice like peaking up at the top sometimes. You are hungry for the rock,
But to learn the ancient methods, secret doors you must unlock.
but to learn the secret methods, secret doors you must unlock. Also, this is older Dio too. This is like one of my favorite Dio albums is Magica, believe it or not. You know, because that was released around 2001 or 2000 actually, and that's when I was growing up. So a lot of these older artists, you know, Dio was one of them. Maiden released Brave New World, and I think Judas Priest came out with Jugulator with Tim Ripper Owens. And the thing I love about all those albums is that they shared something very similar. There were older artists that were coming out with new music in a time that their sound was no longer the thing. So they were kind of like, they were evolving, they were experimenting and doing something different, and it was like a little bit more accessible, I guess, not mainstream. But anyway, this is what I'm saying. Like, you know, this is older Dio who has, you know, just experience in his voice, doesn't have this need to sing super high all the time. And that's kind of like the standard of where his voice was, this area right here.
Escape your father's clutches in this oppressive neighborhood. On a journey you must go to find the land of Hollywood.
See, that's a really clean one. Very, very like the resonance in his voice, you can tell is powerful. You could tell that if you were in the room when he recorded that, it'd be piercing. Land of Hollywood! Kind of very operatic vibrato.
In the city of fallen angels, where the ocean meets the sand, you will form a strong alliance and the world's most awesome band. To find your fame and fortune, through
what
the
a
valley you
fucking
must
voice.
walk. You will face your inner demons. Now go, my son, and ride. In the city of fallen angels, where the
I love that run. In the city of fallen angels. Again, light. Now it's light because, you know, it's the dynamics of the music.
ocean meets the sand,
When the ocean meets the sand.
you will fall.
He has this tendency of kind of like leaning into certain grit. Like it's really that's kind of like what I noticed with his style.
A strong alliance.
And there's a smokiness there too. You will form a strong alliance.
And the world's most awesome band. To find your fame and fortune, through the valley you must walk.
You must walk.
You will face your inner demons. Now go, my son, and ride.
I love that. You know, like I actually remember seeing the clip. There's a clip somewhere. You could go look it up on YouTube where I think the actual clip of Dio recording this part for the movie.
In the city of fallen angels, where the ocean meets the sand, you will form a strong alliance and the world's most awesome band. To find your fame and fortune, through the valley you must walk. You will face your inner demons. Now go, my son, and
And of course, Jack Black and Kyle, they're like completely beside themselves watching one of their idols record this song.
Double them all?
No.
And sing harmonies on them too?
No.
And backing vocals? It's no fun. I want to do more. No, it's great. I'm glad you're happy with it.
Oh, God.
Cool.
It's got to be a great feeling, you know. Dio was a hell. He was one of the greatest, definitely one of the greatest voices in rock and metal music.
So he built from fucking Kickapoo with hunger in his heart, and he journeyed far and wide to find the secrets of his art. But in the end he knew that he would find his counterpart.
I like the what he's doing there with the it's kind of like leaning into it. That's what's cool about Jack Black, man. Like I remember when we all knew like years ago in the late 90s, you know, it's like you've seen Jack Black in movies and stuff, and then once like when Tenacious D came out, I remember thinking, wow, this guy actually has a voice. Little did we know, I mean, he was singing the whole time, but he really is legitimately a good singer. And sometimes, like when you have a band, when you have music where the focus is comedy, you expect the singer not to be that good, you know. So it's like, so when someone says, wow, this guy's actually good, it's because in the context of the song, the genre is comedy. But Tenacious D kind of broke the mold because they were this band that was comedic, but there's just really good music. It's just really good music. It's really good vocals. And that was the whole thing back then.
But in the end he knew that he would find his counterpart.
See, I like this. Like, rock. It's like it starts light, and then the note just continues to just squeeze and go, kind of like to the back, and that's that classic JB sound, young JB. Great movie, great song. What a great musical journey, huh? I really like Jack Black's style because I think it kind of like, he's a good reference when you're thinking about someone who uses all different parts of their voice, and it's not a subtle way. Like you could tell when he's flipping into a falsetto. He you know, he'll even mention it in his songs, you know, like, so it's almost like he's a great, without even realizing it, inadvertently through the years, he's been a great teacher, you know, in singing, for that reason alone. Let me know what you think I should watch next, or I should talk about next. And as I said before, singing vocals like this, it's important to warm your voice up. So I've made a free vocal warm-ups course, how to warm up to sing anything you want. So if you want to explore the capabilities within your voice with me and learn to warm up for free, I put all of that below in the description and in the pinned comment. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.